for no starting and no diagnosing machine can enter, and it's a communication issue. So I tried scanning it and it wasn't going through. So now I'm using the chassis to enter into the system so that I can get access to it and know the modules that I can communicate with. So now I'll go to all system diagnosing. I try to scan the system and see which control module I can get to. So after taking off the engine control module, I try to see which of the system that I can scan or the diagnosing machine can get to. In the vehicle is no start, it's not starting. So I'm able to get to the gauge unit, the brake unit, then the electronic body control is reading to scan the whole system. So I'm able to go into this system. So I'll go to report and check the fault code that I'm getting. When I go to report, you can see lost communication with the VCS, which is and when you come to the can't get control module, lost communication with the engine and transmission, and with the ABS and the EPB, that's the braking system. Then when you get to brakes, it tells you lost communication. So it's giving me a guidance. So communication failed with the PCM and the VCS. So now I'll erase all the fault code and rescan the system. So still lost communication with the PCM and the airbag and everything. So that means I'm not able to communicate with the modules outside, but for the internal one I'm able to communicate with one or two of them. So I have to check it and know what to do. To enter the system with auto scan, it's not able to enter because the vehicle, the PCM is not communicating with the vehicle. So the diagnosing machine is not able to extract the VIN number from the PCM. So it wouldn't work. So I'll cancel it and enter the VIN number myself. So now I'll go and check why the PCM and the ABS unit is not communicating with the vehicle. So that means from the engine bay, all the modules there are not communicating with the vehicle. So I have to check it in. It's running. Although the problem has not been fixed, the vehicle is running, and you can see this one, that's the transmission. So although the vehicle is running, I can't communicate with the transmission. Although the vehicle is running, it doesn't mean that the vehicle is okay. So now I have to trace the issue and fix it. So I have to turn off the engine. So now you can see the ignition key is turned off, but still the vehicle is not off, and you can see it's still running. So what I'll do is I'll take out this power, because whenever, so now you see the engine went off when I took out the sensor, when I took out the test light. So after several tests, I found out that the main power which supply the main wire which supply power to all these fuses is the brake switch, cable. So here is the brake switch, and the customer tampered with it. So what I'll do is, now if I touch it with it, you can hear it beeping. So what I'll do is I'll fix everything back and check the brake switch and check the power from there. This wire torn, and it's torn from this one, so I'm going to join the two wires and fix the car. Yeah, after joining the brown wire, now when I open the ignition, you can see everything is back to normal, and now the vehicle is able to communicate with the PCM, the ABS, everything. So now I'll scan the whole system. I'll I'll do auto scan to scan the whole system. So the broken brown wire was what was causing the problem. So the broken brown wire was what carries the ignition power to the fuse at the other side. So now I'm able to start the vehicle. I'll go to US and scan the whole system again and see the modules that I will not be able to communicate. So I'm now fixing the whole parts back, and now the vehicle is starting. So let me run the vehicle whilst. So when I push, so now you can see the vehicle is running now, and when I press to change those things, you can see the RPM will come soon. Yeah, so now the vehicle is running and I'm scanning the whole system. So that broken wire was the problem, the whole problem. So now I'm scanning the whole system, and now the whole light will go off after calibration or after driving it for a while. It will go off, it will recalibrate itself, or sometimes I have to do the calibration myself. So I'm running the vehicle for a while, then I'll clear the check engine whilst I'm scanning the whole system. So I'll fix everything that I took back. I'll fix everything back. So I'm still scanning the system, and after this I'll erase all the fault code that's on the system. Now the vehicle is running. Yeah, so now everything is running, everything is okay. So I'll just erase all the fault code due to one or two things. So I'll erase all the fault code, and now I'm able to communicate to the system, and now the vehicle is running, the RPM is down. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. With this vehicle, with the fuse, this is the fuel pump relay. So when you take this thing off, it controls the fuel pump, and this is the ignition. So now everything is working perfectly and everything is running okay now.